big spender. When I say, oh, I went from baseball cards to art, but I started out with art, that I kind of have a knack that I like. And I've had other people tell me in the last 4 or 5 years that when you pick stuff, I really think hard about it. And if you're the dealer, Claire, I'll say, Claire, you got that piece in there. I'm not going to pay you that for it. You'll say, well, that's the price. And so then I'll call 3 months later, and the piece is still there. And I say, I still have an offer. And that's kind of how I buy it. I don't walk in and say, I have got to have that. But I'm not one to say I want to match my carpeting or my furniture. I have art. Some of it's blue, some of it's green. Other stuff that I like. Some art that's just caked on there. I just like when the guys paint it. You stare at it from angles. And I purchased in the last year a couple. They're Roland Pattersons from the same gentleman who's in Carmel, Josh Hardy, who helps me. He owns an art shop there. Sometimes he'll say, stay away. It's a learning process. It's like anything when you're spending. But my art is not a ton of money. I'm not buying $300,000 pieces of art. I like other art, and I try and exchange a little bit too to keep you going. Because once you get your house full, I'm not buying art to throw in the corner. So I'll trade in a piece and get another piece. But it's fun. It's challenging. But I'll sit around my house at times all by myself, and I'll just go and stare at it and see if I can figure out what the hell they were trying to accomplish.
So you have a lot of golf experience, but if we're taking golf out of the picture, what would your favorite sports experience be?
Well, we talked about Jimmy. I've gone to a couple Final Fours with Jim. I did go see from Seattle. I did go to Arizona to see the Seahawks lose to Brady. But we had the ball down on the goal line. That would have been unreal. They won. I think I might be wrong. They beat Denver badly. I think they won the Super Bowl the year before. Is that correct? And then we went next year or the year after. But if I really was going to go do things, for me, baseball. Some people think it's very slow, but to go, I'd like to go to a World Series. I've been to a few of them. And my favorite playoff sport is hockey. I can watch hockey all day, all night. It looks to me like once they get to the playoffs, they literally, and I don't want to use this word badly, they want to kill each other. And there's guys will come out and they work really, really hard. It's fun to watch. I don't know many hockey players. I know a few. But the playoffs is a unique situation for me. I watch every night.
So now we're going to ask you about a few people in the golf world. We'll call those first. I know you're close to them. What do you think makes Joe such a great caddy, and then maybe a favorite memory that you have with him?
So he will tell you a lot of times I get him shot off the tee, and as soon as we got off the tee, we were talking about something. And then he knew. So if I was quiet, he'd bring up something. But the thing about Joe is he's really, really a very funny. People say witty. I don't really know what the difference is, but Joe's a very funny guy. But when he senses that you're struggling, he gets right in your face. He drove everywhere. I don't know if you knew that. Well, here's the Joe McCobb story. So one winter,